My Taropist is now in session.
Leos! Hey, my name is Jessica. I am the owner of My Taropist. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad you are here, friend, whoever you are watching. Hi. Okay, this is your July My Taropist session. Friends, I'm a little bit frustrated. I'm gonna be real with you all. I had gotten about halfway or a quarter of the, no, about a third of the way, yes. A third of the way through your reading, friends. Almost halfway there. And I realized we were not recording. We were not recording. It started recording, I saw it recording, and then all of a sudden the card was apparently full, but I was just flowing and going, and it was a great reading, you guys. And then, wah, wah. So hopefully the same energies, I'll pick up on the same energies this time around, friends. We're gonna get through this. We are. You and me, we got this. We got this, y'all. We got this, okay? So we are going to do what I call a My Taropist session. This is just a really quick overall energy check. It's my signature spread. It is inspired by dialectical behavioral therapy, but it is not dialectical behavioral therapy because I'm not actually a licensed therapist. But if you book a personal session with me, we do clarify this whole spread with dialectical behavioral therapy skills cards, and we go a lot more in depth. And obviously I'm connecting to you personally rather than the collective people with Leo placements in your charts, although it's amazing how much general readings can resonate with people. So hopefully we will connect here, and there will be messages in this reading that are resonating with you and your personal situation. So without further ado, we're going to connect energetically, then we're going to take a look at your mental energy, your interpersonal relationships, what's bothering or distressing you, and then also your emotional energy. And if we have some time at the end, we will get some advice for you, friends, and or take a look at the predictive outcome for the rest of the month, or whenever it is that you are watching this, friends, because whenever you're watching it is when this reading is meant for you, okay? All right, awesome. So take a look into my eyes on whatever device or screen you are watching this reading on, and take a deep cleansing breath with me, friends. Yes. It's so funny because normally I keep my eyes open during that connect, and both times that I started your reading, I actually close my eyes. So I don't know, maybe some of you need to rest, friends. Just rest. Maybe that's part of your little message there. Let's see what we got on the bottom of the deck. Justice. Okay, bringing some balance back into your life or back into a situation, or some fairness here. This is also the card, major arcana for Libra. So some of you could be dealing with a Libra. Yeah, okay. So I feel like, some of you might be trying to just kind of recalibrate and get your balance back in general. You're starting to see, it's kind of like some of you are making head over heart decisions, I feel like, in this season. You got the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This is just your little pre-shuffle message here, friends. Then you got the Two of Pentacles. Okay. The Four of Wands. The Princess of Wands, sorry. The Three of Swords, sorry. Sorry about this ring light action, you guys. I did some of the readings for July without the ring light, but it just like, the lighting is so much better with it. I don't know what to say. So apologies for the bit of glare. We got the High Priestess, the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. Let's just go through this more quickly. And the Justice card. So yeah, some of you, it's like your intuition was really telling you that there was something out of balance. I feel like especially with your emotional energy, okay? And you know, you're getting the strength to move away from a situation that I think was not very emotionally rewarding or fulfilling for you. Some of you, this is work related. I'm not feeling so much this is even though the Three of Swords is here, and obviously, you know, that's kind of the heartbreaker card, right? But I don't know necessarily in this, what I'm seeing here and the energy I'm picking up on, if this is related to that. It feels kind of more like career or work. And I feel like your intuition is telling you that it's time to, like, that you're, you know, you need to seek a new opportunity elsewhere. Six of Swords, okay? Moving away from a situation that was toxic, painful, emotionally unrewarding or fulfilling for you. And you're going and moving in a direction that is going to give you more balance and stability, I feel like, in multiple areas of your life. Something that you might feel more passionate about. Now, for some of you, if this is about career, for some of you, you could be leaving a situation that you thought was going to bring you more emotional fulfillment, but you're moving towards something that is actually a lot more stable and secure. Some of you, this could be moving into a career in like legal profession for some, especially with the sword energy combined with this justice card as well. You know, you might, I was going to say going back to school, but I don't know if that's for everybody here. But yeah, also for some of you, this is a situation where you, if this is work related, where you weren't really getting fairly compensated financially. Six of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Some of you might just be tired of being broke, to be honest, you know? And it's kind of like you had this wake up call where you're like, listen, Linda, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, sorry for the glare, you guys. Yeah, where you're just like, listen, wake up. Not only am I not being financially rewarded and fulfilled here, but also I'm not feeling the feels for this anymore. Like my passion for this and my emotional connection to this is gone, and I need to find something else that kind of stirs my passion and my drive up, right? That I move forward in a direction that is actually maybe even a dream come true for some of you, or you know what I'm saying, that's a true heart's desire, because whatever this was before, it just wasn't it. It wasn't cutting it. And again, for some of you with this Knight of Cups and this Queen of Swords, again with this justice energy, for some of you, if this is love, it could be moving toward an air sign for some of you, maybe even a Libra in particular. Not for everybody. I also see Pisces energy here as well. Pentacle energy. But yeah, this is a lot of you, I feel like you're following your heart is leading you in a different direction. You were no longer passionate. You weren't satisfied where you were. I feel like you weren't maybe even being treated very fairly in a lot of different ways, especially when it comes to how you were being compensated financially. And so you're moving on. You're moving on to better, greener pastures, friends. Greener, literally greener pastures, friends. You know what I'm saying? Okay. All right, what is going on in the mental energy of my Leo friends? What is going on in the mental energy of my Leo friends? Also, I want to tell you guys, happy birthday. It's almost your season, almost. Let us Cancers have a little bit more time, but I am going to be putting out a birthday video for you guys when it is the top of your season, so be on the lookout for that. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and then hit that notification bell so that you know every time I upload a new video, including your birthday video, which will be coming up later this month, toward the end of July, friends. Okay, cool. All right, so in your mental energy, interesting. So I have to say this, on the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Swords and the World card. Goodness sakes, you guys, sorry about this. There we go, that's much better. I'll try to keep that every time. Which showed up on the reading that I didn't actually record. So that's very interesting that this energy is resurfacing. Wow, okay. But what actually came out for you, you guys, in your mental energy, the Two of Cups, okay, and the Nine of Swords. Gosh, okay, sorry about that. Thought I had it and now I'm losing it. Okay, listen. You guys are very stressed about what looks like it could be actually a relationship or a love situation. Somebody that, to be honest with you, there's this weird sort of obsessive energy of this Eight of Cups Devil card. Some of you, this could be an addiction. It could be a drinking addiction. For some of you, alcoholism. And it may not be you that's dealing with it. It may be somebody that you know, or somebody that you're in a relationship who's dealing with a substance abuse problem, especially if you're in a higher level of commitment with somebody at this time. And it could be causing you a lot of burden and a lot of conflict. I'm feeling like very much so, especially if you guys are dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, if you are, listen up. And also if you're dealing with a Capricorn, and also if you're dealing with any fixed sign, so fellow Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or Scorpio, okay? But don't let the signs trip you up. But there's definitely a lot of mental anguish right now. I feel like perhaps about you knowing that you need to make a decision to end a cycle in your life. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. This could be something that is just causing you in your life presently. Again, it could be very much an addiction with this Eight of Cups double energy here, okay? Whoops, okay. That is really draining you emotionally. There's something that is very emotionally draining in you all's energy presently, okay? And whatever that is, it's like it's causing a lot of conflict to the stability that you're trying to achieve and the abundance that you're trying to achieve in this season. A lot of you could be actually in conflict with somebody at this time. Eight of Wands, 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords. Strong Aquarius energy going on right now. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, listen up. Or you may have it in your chart somewhere. But yeah, I feel like that there was somebody that you might have seen, for some of you, if this is resonating in a relationship sense, that you might have seen as like a potential soulmate that you're kind of going cold with. The communication has gone cold, or you guys are maybe at conflict and fighting. It's kind of like the love is lost. There's a lot of obsessive thinking about this situation, whatever it is that's going on with you guys, and it's just like you're really obsessively thinking about something related to this Two of Cups energy. So related to you trying to get your emotional balance, or related to this person that you have very strong feelings for and maybe in a commitment with, but something is really not right with this situation presently, okay? Again, this could be related to an addiction. It could be somebody's like gone back to an addiction. It's like you thought that they gave it up, and it's like you realize they really didn't, and it's creating conflict because I feel like you guys are really trying to focus on healing and stability, okay? You're trying to manifest some wish fulfillment here. Some of you might be parents with this Empress, Princess of Cups card. That's not for everyone, but some of you maybe. And I feel like you're just really trying to manifest, like even for some of you working toward a childhood dream, okay? There's a lot of stuff going on here. But I feel like there's something that is really kind of standing in between you and getting this wish fulfillment that you really are trying to desire. Or that you really trying to desire, that you do desire, right? For some of you, it's like a terrible situation of like 2 steps forward, 10 steps back. Especially I feel like if you're dealing with a relationship with somebody, it's like this energy of like you make some progress and then there's a setback, or an argument happens, or something like you guys are not seeing eye to eye on a situation, and so then you take 10 steps backward, and then it's like you try to heal from that, move forward, and it's like, okay, 2 more steps forward, and it's like 10 more steps backward because something else happened, you know, this person might be drunk dialing you and you're like, I thought you were off of that shit, why are you acting like this, so immature? Do you know what I mean? I feel like your energy, especially if you are more in your divine feminine energy, are a lot more mature, have a lot more responsibility, have a lot of responsibilities and stability in your life, okay? Like you're really trying to get your shit together, and there's this energy in your life that I feel like is trying to pull you back and sabotage, this abundance that you're trying to manifest again, And I think you're, though, starting to really see clearly that in order to move forward, okay, in order to move toward this new cycle that I feel like is trying to come through for you guys, that I feel like is going to be a lot more stable, or going to help you to reach a certain level of stability in your life, it's like you're realizing that you have to release something that is toxic in order to do so. But I feel like it's a very difficult choice for you to make, especially if this is with regard to a person or relationship, because you really do see this as a potential soulmate. You really do feel this emotional connection to this person, this very strong tie to this person. But at the same time, this person is not good for your mental health, right? That's if this is a person. Now, this doesn't have to be a person. Again, this could be connected to a work situation. It could be connected to just your mental health in general. Like, you could feel very off kilter, off balance, but it's like, you know that this cycle needs to end. For some of you, this is obsessive thoughts, obsessive thinking, a lot of issues with anxiety, maybe even depression, that's really trying to overtake your mind at this time. But it's like, it's terrible because it's like this cycle. It's like you feel good, and then it's like something happens, or honestly, nothing even necessarily has to happen, and it's like, then you go back to this depressive or anxious state, and it's this lack of stability that I'm seeing right now. And it's like this cycle that just really needs to come to a close, you guys. This cycle needs to really end. But I think you know that. You know, I don't think I'm telling you anything that you're not already aware of. Honestly, if I were to give you any advice, we'll get some advice at the end, but if I were to give you any advice, I think there might be too many outside influences right now that are creating this instability, whether that's too many responsibilities that you have, or too many outside like voices or thoughts or people's opinions. And it's kind of like, I feel like, I'm not saying like a hermit card or anything like that here, but I feel like in order to get that clarity and truth, a lot of you just need to do some more inner work and healing, and just like really go within, okay? Okay, what is going on in the interpersonal relationships of my Leos? This might help shed some light on that. What's going on in the interpersonal relationships of my Leos? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Yeah, okay. This actually, I believe, were the same 3 cards that came out. Now I'm confused if these were part of your pre-shuffle message, or if they came out in the same placement in the first reading that I started to do for you. Either way, I've seen these cards for y'all before, so this is very clearly a message for y'all, okay? Or somebody watching anyways, okay? Yeah. You are really trying to... Some of you are really trying to make a decision about something, and you're trying to trust your intuition, but I feel like there might have been a lack of trust. Maybe your intuition actually is like not been fully honest with you before, or like, you know, you couldn't trust it before. But let me just read these cards, because this is, I feel like, the clearer message. So Ace of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, which is like, your intuition never lies, you guys, but sometimes we're not really listening. The Justice card. Although be careful, because there is this thing, maybe that's what this is here before I get into this, is sometimes we think that we think it's our intuition, and it's actually a trauma response based on a trigger from a previous experience that feels similar, right? So it's actually our ego that's triggering us, not our intuition. And so it's really important between what is ego speaking and what is intuition speaking, because sometimes we mistake one for the other, right? So just be very careful as you are trying to be led and guided by your intuition, that it is not your ego that is actually what you're hearing and is triggering you, you know? Just a little bit of insight there for you. A lot of you are probably already aware of that, right? But I feel like also for some of you, it's like you're kind of feeling like your heart is fucking you up in this time, and you need to in order to really get clear and to get this balance that you need to have back, you kind of need to go here. But what's funny about that is your mental energy is kind of out of whack, But also that Nine of Swords and that Two of Cups energy is also symbolic of maybe you, again, not really trusting your heart in this time. So either way, I feel like a lot of you are realizing that there's a situation that is just really painful and hurting you right now, okay? Some truth might have come to light that you might have been deceived in a situation. I'm not seeing so much deception, but that there's something might have come to light that might have been revealed that was very heartbreaking, okay, basically. And I feel like what you're realizing is that you need to have a new beginning elsewhere where there's going to be a lot more fairness and balance to a situation, okay? You're realizing that in order to have this stability that you guys are trying to achieve in this season, it's time to move on. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Swords. You're moving on toward a new beginning elsewhere that's going to be a lot more solid, stable, and fair and balanced here, okay? This is interpersonal, but for some of you, you might relate to this on a work situation. You know, you might not feel like you're getting fairly compensated or treated fairly in a situation, work or interpersonal, okay? And you're realizing that in order to have the kind of stability that you want, especially regard to relationship, regard to work, it's time for you to move on elsewhere where you're going to actually have something that's more solid and stable. Because I feel like where you're at now, there might be a lot of passion and a lot of fun, but at the same time, it could be causing you a lot of heartbreak. Just too much undue stress. Again, the lack of stability, lack of balance. And I feel like you might be dealing with a really immature energy for some of you, okay? This person doesn't, if it is an interpersonal relationship, this person doesn't have to be older than you. I just feel like they might be more the fun time, good time, happy time, you know, sort of that childlike energy of fun and flirtation. But when you really think about where you want to go into your future, all of that isn't really emotionally rewarding and fulfilling to you. You know, your heart is kind of leading you elsewhere where there's going to be a lot more stability, you see, where there's going to be equal give and take, a lot more teamwork, where it's going to be a balanced situation, right? Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're realizing Ace of Wands to the Six of Pentacles. You're realizing that there isn't really enough equal give and take here. I'm sorry that it's fucking weird to see these cards, and I'm trying to show people cards, but I'm like, is it really worth it if it's just a glare and it's like not very in focus? I don't know. You tell me, okay? But yeah, I feel like you guys are, yeah, and you're realizing that you want some real reciprocity. You might be having a lot of fun with somebody, but they're not giving you that stability that you need. Five of Pentacles, King of Wands. You might be having like a really fun sex life. You might be having, again, some really fun, good, pleasant times together, but you're realizing in this season, you need reciprocity, you need stability, you need true commitment, or at least that's what your heart is really desiring. And I feel like you've been maybe kind of wrestling with that, you know, that lack of stability. Again, there's a lot of passion, but a lack of stability and abundance. And I think a lot of you don't necessarily want to be single, but you also don't want to be in a situation where you're like being a third party and someone's breadcrumbing you, you know? I think you're kind of over that kind of, you're maturing. I feel like you're growing up. And it's sort of like, it's time to put away, what is that scripture? It's like, when I was a child, I thought as a child, I spoke as a child, something to that effect. But then when I became a man, I put away childish things. And I feel like you guys are definitely in this season, again, with the overall here and your interpersonal, you're in this season where you're ready to put away childish things and move towards stability here, and you're ready for something that's going to be really fair and balanced. For some of you, you could be led literally toward a Libra Justice card, but not for everybody, okay? So don't let that trip you up. I also have Pisces here for major arcana. There's a lot of fire energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, but that's your energy, I feel, more so. We do have Six of Swords, that is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So, but don't, again, let the signs trip you all up too much, okay? What is going on in the interpersonal, oh, I'm sorry, we just said that. What is bothering or distressing my Leos? Oh yeah, wow, friends, that just came flying out. Yeah, Three of Swords. So yeah, some of you are definitely going through a heartbreak underneath that Princess of Wands. Four of Wands. So some of you, a Two of Pentacles, some of you might realize that you were being juggled, okay, with another person. Maybe for some, this is very strong kind of third party energy, or something else in general. Again, someone could have had like an addiction that they were trying to overcome. That's not for everybody, but I feel like for a lot of you, you were very convinced that you were in a twin flame connection. Some of you may be in a twin flame connection and you got that runner chaser situation happening. Now, I'm not a twin flame reader, so I'm not going to get really heavy into that, but I feel like, again, some of you were just dealing with a very immature energy here. Okay, that again, there was so much fun and flirtation and good times and probably some good sex, honestly, for some of you all, but it's like there was that lack of stability and balance. Someone couldn't really bring the balance. They brought the fun, but not the balance. And I feel like you're realizing, like, you're coming at me like with this immature love, okay? This offer is just immature. And it's not good enough for me in this season and this time of my life. And I feel like you're getting the strength to kind of move on from that right now. But right now, I feel like some of you are sitting very much in this sort of this heartbreak energy, to be honest, unfortunately, with this Three of Swords. And I feel like you're trying to inject that fun back into your life a little bit, or trying to like heal and regain that balance. But yeah, some of you were definitely in a very unstable connection, for sure. But I think what's so hurtful to you about that is the fact that there were strong feelings and there was a lot of passion here. And you guys, I think, kind of had your head and your heart set on the fact that this person, again, could have been your twin flame, or could have been a soulmate for you in some respect. And I think some of you really were thinking about the future with this person, but you're just realizing, like, this person cannot grow up. This person is just not growing up. So I'm going to have to be the one to walk away. And I think that was really painful, because I think you were really starting to just build something with this person. Like, it feels fairly new. Okay. What is going on in the emotional energy of my Leos? What's going on in the emotional energy of my Leos? Okay. 8 of Wands to the 10 of Wands. Okay. So I have a cat situation going on, you guys. Underneath the deck, we've got the Princess of Swords and the King of Swords. So some of you definitely could have been or are dealing with an air sign, or have air in your chart. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. Libra energy very strong in your reading. Friends, I'm going to deal with this cat situation for just a moment. It will be no time. I'll come right back to you. Okay, and we're back. That was no time. All right, so I'm seeing that, so yeah, you guys, so this is the thing. I feel like some of you are just fresh in a heartbreak, okay, situation. Fresh in a heartbreak. Some of you may be mothers and have a child, especially if your child's a water sign. It doesn't have to be, because I got Princess of Cups underneath the Empress here, Queen of Cups. Some of you definitely have strong water energy, or this is just, you're very strong in your emotion. Yeah, definitely some of you are parents, especially if you're a mom. This is not for everybody, obviously, but yeah, dude, you guys, some of you, this is really sad and hard for me to look at, because I feel like some of you guys just had such high hopes and expectations for a connection, that you really had strong feelings, and I feel like this other person was a little bit more cold. And if not that, I just feel like the communication is kind of stressing you out at this time. Maybe distance between you and this person is stressing you out, or you're just wanting communication to come in. And I feel like you're carrying the weight and the burden of something in your emotional energy. And I feel like you're really trying to maybe get more information about a situation, especially if this might have been something from the past that's being revisited in this time. It doesn't have to be that, but I feel like you're really trying to nurture your heart right now and really stand your ground. Some of you like are having to protect your child in this time, maybe from some influence that you feel is really trying to harm you or your family. For some of you, this isn't for everybody. Or you're just really focusing on trying to protect what stability that you do have, what pinnacle you do have, whatever that is. If it's money, your home, your child, your family, yourself, your body, you know, it's like you're in this energy of, after having been hurt, I feel like definitely stabbed in the back in some respect, you've gone within, you're really trying to defend yourself and stand your ground and protect whatever like little bits of, you know, that pinnacle that you do have left, that cup that you do have left. You know what I'm saying? Really just trying to nurture yourself, especially emotionally in this season. For some of you, some of that healing that you're trying to do could be connected to like a childhood dream or whatever, but I feel like it's also like you trying to maybe reconnect with like your inner child right now in this season, maybe doing some of that inner child healing for some, if you're not a mother, or even if you are, or a father, even if you are. I feel like either way you're trying to kind of heal some of you that inner child wound in this time right now. Okay. And I feel like there's something inside of you that you're very passionate about, but at the same time this passion is very, and this could be a person that you're very passionate about, particularly if it is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay? But that's not for everybody. But I feel like for some of you, like the burden, the weight of this passion that you're still carrying is becoming a burden to you. For some of you, this is like feeling very overwhelmed with a lot of responsibilities, especially, again, if you are a parent. This is, again, not for everybody, but, you know, you may just have a lot, like kind of the weight of the world feels like it's on your shoulders a little bit right now in your emotional space, but also, frankly, you guys in your mental space as well. I feel like a lot of you are just really trying to get clear on some stuff. You're really maybe having some awakenings and epiphanies, again, especially if this is related to like an inner child wound or things that happened to you in childhood that you're trying to heal from. There's just a strong energy of you really trying to heal and recalibrate and balance in this season, you guys. Really moving away from anything that's toxic and harmful to you. I feel like a lot of you have a lot of stress going on right now, a lot of burdens and weights on you at this time. But I see you doing the work, friends, to really move past that and release whatever it is that is troubling you and get really clear and, again, rebalanced in this time. I feel like we really need to get to your advice and what's coming, because I think you're kind of in the thick of it, you guys, looking at these energies. And I feel like also too, some of you might have kind of closed your heart off a little bit, or at least, you know, you've kind of maybe shut down a little bit emotionally. Maybe there's a bit of a lack of trust of your emotions in this season, of your heart in this season, because again, for some of you, I feel like that's gotten you in trouble, following your heart. So you're trying to kind of, you know, be in this sort of more masculine air energy, or you're trying to be more logical and reasonable, but you guys are so fiery and passionate, aren't you, that it's like really hard to release that passion that you feel inside. It's hard for you guys to be like totally cold and closed off, you know. But I feel like, again, for some of you, if there's somebody that you're waiting to communicate with, or you're waiting for this communication to come through, you might be kind of like shutting off until you hear from this person or about this situation, what have you. And you know, or there's one-sided communication happening here, and that could also be a burden to you as well. But let's get some advice. What advice do we have for my Leos in this season? What advice do we have for my Leos in this season? By the way, you guys, amazing views on the last Leo video. I don't know how that happened, but thank y'all for watching. If you're back again for July, I really, really appreciate you. Please, again, do subscribe and come back for more. Okay, this is good advice, you guys. Whew, yeah. Okay. There, for some of you, the main advice is this. This is a card of Cancer, Chariot, major arcana for Cancer, once again. But I feel like we are in Cancer season as well. And I feel like in this season, and I think I started to say this in your other message, and the other message that got cut off, but like we are moving in. We just had the new moon, okay? At the time I'm recording this, it was just the new moon. I'm not sure when this is going to be exactly uploaded, but just know that in this season, what I feel for you guys is this is a time to really release the burdens of the past, okay? In the full moon is when we really release the things that no longer serve us, as we're moving toward the new cycle. In this new moon cycle, right, it's a time to reflect on what we've released and then to manifest what we want to create and build in this new season, in this new cycle. And so for a lot of you, I feel like that is part of your message. There's still some things that you all need to drop and release, some burdens that you're carrying that is no longer yours to carry, and it's really time for you to get back control here, to take those reins back in your own life, recalibrate, reset, take the control back and move towards your victory here, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot of forces external to you that are really trying to suck you down and bring you down in this time. A lot of stuff that you guys are carrying that is not yours to carry. There's a lot of newness. I feel like that is really trying to come in. The card that came out for you is the overall, and the initial reading was the World card. So I feel like you are really trying to, or needing to anyways, put an end to old cycles to begin new cycles. But I feel like for some of you, you are still carrying that you didn't release fully in the last season. You didn't. And so you're trying to manifest Magician card in this new season, but in order to truly manifest, you have to really make a decision to release what it is that didn't serve you in the past, okay? I think a lot of you are still a little bit in this energy of nostalgia, kind of still nostalgic about some things that's like Spirit is like, you know, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. You know, it's you are maturing, you're growing up. And for some of you, I feel like honestly, very strongly, that there are some people in your energy that just are not on your level emotionally or wherever they are in their lives. And I'm not saying this to slight people. I'm just saying that you guys, a lot of you are just very mature individuals, right? And I feel like you're kind of, it's like, you know, you guys are not in kindergarten anymore. Why are you still playing arts and crafts? Why are you still in the sandbox playing with the little kids? You're like in 5th grade. What y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for a lot of you, it's like this energy of like, it's time for you to really boss up. You're not a baby anymore. You're a boss now. Emperor energy, right? You need to graduate, friends. You need to graduate, okay? Aries energy here. Because I feel like you're having a hard time making a decision, and it's like having to make this decision, and you could be in a connection with somebody that is, again, just not on your level, and it's bringing you down emotionally, okay? That's for some of you. And for some of you, if that is the case and you are in this high level of commitment, then this message is for you to block that freaking person. And I don't mean necessarily, friends, to like go totally cold on somebody, but there's something new that you are needing to manifest in this season. And you need to see that you have everything that you need in order to do it, in order to move forward into your victory. But I feel like there's some energy that's trying to control you, and that could be your own thoughts, your anxieties, your worries, your fears, your stresses, you know what I'm saying? Or things, burdens that you're carrying into this season that should have already been gone. Do you know what I mean? And it's like you gotta, you know, you gotta throw out the summer clothes when fall comes, you know, or at least pack them away. You can't bring them with you. They're not going where you're going. You're moving toward your victory here, friends, okay? You are moving toward your victory. You see, you are in this fire energy trying to move forward, but you're still carrying, you can't do that while you're still carrying these burdens of the past with you on your back, you know? It's prohibiting your growth, you guys. It's prohibiting you from moving forward. Okay, what is the predictive outcome for the rest of the month or until the next reading for my Leos? Okay. The 10 of Cups, the 5 of Wands. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of passions within you guys that you're really wrestling with. I think some of you are having a hard time seeing yourself in this energy of abundance because, again, there's this conflict. There's this conflicting energy that is preventing you from really having this emotional fullness here, okay? And, again, if this is a person that is just immature, or if it's a mindset, it's time to really release it so that, you know, I feel like you guys will reach this abundance and this emotional fulfillment here. But again, I feel like it's like you've got to stop conflicting with yourself, especially the way that you see yourself. If you guys are not looking at yourself in the most positive and best light, I think you guys need to stop that shit, right? Yeah, I think you guys need to stop doing this wrestling within yourself. And I think once you do that and you get that, you know, do that recalibration and reset and release, you are going to finally be able to feel really emotionally fulfilled in this season, okay? Yeah, you're definitely moving toward your 10 of Cups here. Just keep going. But again, this was my message for you may need to watch actually the Cancer birthday video, even though it made it for Cancers, but some of you might be Leo Cancer cuspers or have Cancer in your chart. But either way, this was kind of that message. It was like, you know, not everyone is going to be able to come with you in that chariot, friends, as you're moving toward your fulfillment here and all of your blessings. You know, not everyone is going to be able to come with you. So sometimes you've got to, you know, release, Tower card, you know, you've got to see that what's not bringing you that stability that you need, and to let that go, to end those things so that you can rebuild. Knight of Pentacles, and rebuild slowly, but rebuild into this 9 of Pentacles energy to have this fullness of abundance, this pre-Empress energy, right? And so it's just a matter of like really letting go of what you're wrestling with internally and like releasing those things, those burdens that you shouldn't be carrying, okay? All right, my Leo friends, this has been your reading for the month of July. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, please do hit that subscribe button. Once I hit 100 subscribers, I want to do a really fun giveaway. It's going to be really, really cool. So please do be a part of that. Please do be a part of that. Yes, friends. All right. Cheers to you on your healing journey. And don't forget, please do book a session with a real therapist. Okay. Cheers, you guys.